a form of self-care. What do you think that you can do in order to relieve some stress? Again, it sounds like you made that commitment. You're serious about the commitment. Um, as you said yourself, you encourage your husband to go back to school. So what do you think a form of self-care will help you to relieve some of the stress? Because you're not going to just, it sounds like you're not going to quit on the situation. That's what I'm hearing from you. So what do you think you can do to limit the stress?
I think like by allowing myself breaks, just like to go outside for a few minutes, and even going to the grocery store by myself. That's a sort of a break. And believe it or not, when I'm on the bus, commuting back and forth to work, when I read my Bible and I pray, that's kind of a way to relieve myself of, the stress and the multitasking and, all the things I have to do.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. So I just want to go over what you've been talking about. So you're here because you're trying to figure out how to balance between being a mother, a working mother, and a wife, right? The thought that you have is that with all the stress that you're having, you're not doing a good enough job. And as a result of that, the hard work of being a mother, working mother, and a wife, along with the stress and the frustration that you're feeling, you feel like you're not doing a good enough job. And as a result of that, you yell, you scream at the kids, and you said that you kind of have to blame. Am I correct? Is that what you said? Okay, so I just wanted to help you to understand that you have a lot on your plate. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. You work 8 hours a day, so 40 hours a week. Am I correct? Okay. So then it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you go to work every day, 40 hours a week. Mm-hmm. You come home, you cook and clean, and you help take care of the children. Mm-hmm. Is it all right if I ask, is that homework involved with the children? Mm-hmm. Any kind of making sure the children, the hygiene is taken care of? Is all that in? Okay, so that's a lot. Okay, so can you see that being that you work 40 hours a week, and also coming home to do a full-time job, there's a lot on your plate. Okay, so then are you able to see that because you have a lot on your plate, that it doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing a good enough job? It's just that it's a lot to do, and you're only one person taking care of a whole lot of work. Okay, so what kind of thought can you have to help better yourself, to help you to relieve some of the stress? Because the thought of you not doing a good enough job is bringing on stress, and it's causing you to be frustrated. Can you see that?
Yeah, I guess I can look at things in a different way. I can say that, okay, I'm only one person, and if the dishes aren't clean, then so be it, concentrate on the things that are important. I guess I can look at things that way. And I also have to keep reminding myself it's only for a short time. Because as soon as my husband finishes school, he say, wash them dishes.
Okay. I can understand that, and I'm sure he will understand as well. Mm-hmm. So, but okay, I'm glad, because what's the worst can happen if you, what is the worst that can happen if you were to leave the dishes in there? Or if you were to leave a chore behind for the next day, what's the worst can happen?
Nothing major. I just have to do it the next day.
Okay. So with that, leaving for the next day, would that relieve some stress from you?
At the moment, but when I come home from work and see more dishes, it'll be like, oh. But it'll be, temporarily satisfying, but to see the pile up the next day, it'll be like,
And being that you have this thought of not being good enough, how are you functioning? How is that helping you with that kind of thought?
It's not helping me. It's causing stress on me because I feel that having so much on my plate is causing my kids to lose out on a lot of things, a lot of time, and
Okay, so based on your own admission, the thought of not being a good enough mother, I'm assuming, or wife, it shows that it's not helping you function because it's causing you stress, and you're not functioning well with your children. Again, the yelling. So, do you see that maybe you could come up with a new thought that can help change the way you feel about you as a person who has so much responsibilities? Can you come up with a new thought that can help alleviate a lot of the stress that you have? Because as you admit and as we talk today, we see that the thought of you not being a good enough, doing a good enough job is causing you stress. So what kind of thought can you have about yourself that will minimize the stress and help you to continue the hard work that you're doing?
What kind of thought? Well, like I said, I can just remind myself that I'm just one person and I can't do everything.
Okay.
And I thought that, having a disheveled home is not the worst thing in the world. And having spaghettis one night or a turkey and cheese sandwich is another night is not that bad.
Okay. Excellent. So I just want to give you some homework. The homework I would like to give to you is that each day you take time out to do one self-care activity. Do you feel that's something you can do?
Sure.
Okay. There's some breathing techniques I would like for you to do, some mindfulness breathing techniques if you feel yourself become stressed and overwhelmed. What you can do is you can just close your eyes, take 2 deep breaths, and focus on a place you would like to be, whether it's a beach or whether it's a nice vacation, your favorite vacation place. And for that 5 minutes to bring your stress level down. Is that something you could do twice a week?
Sure.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.